G'day legends, how we going out there? Everyone panicking a bit, or are you alright with the down in the market? Let's have a quick look at the market. I'll just turn you over to the computer. Alright, as we can see, there's a fair bit of red. It's been a good, since I woke up this morning, it's got probably slightly better, I think. Some things turning back to red, back to green, I mean, which positive, optimism. And the week, let's have a look at the week. So it's been a bit of a hard time, but there's a reason not to panic, because let's have a look at the year. Let's do what your year looks like. If you're picking the right projects. I thought I'd better do a bit of a video in case you don't have time to do your own research on why this is happening. Because generally, if you can find out some reasons why it's happening, it makes you feel a bit more comfortable. Alright, so first of all, yesterday the market was actually up. So about 24 hours ago from when I put this video out, because the Hong Kong ETF was going to be put out. So it was a buy the rumour, sell the news event, as they normally are, and that's okay, because as I suspected, the actual ETF, the buy-in wasn't as big because it was Hong Kong. Now, all the ETFs that they have over in Hong Kong, their whole market is smaller than just the crypto ETFs that the US has had for the last 60 days. So it's not a huge market. Still bullish long term, but it's not the, excuse me a second. Basil, sit down. Right. So that's one reason. So people bought yesterday and then they've just sold today, because that's what people do. We buy the rumour, we sell the news. It's also the start of May, 1st of May. Well, it is here in Australia. In May, it's there's an old saying in traditional finance, which is sell in May and walk away, because basically it's a time where everyone sells. I'm assuming it's something to do with tax or something like that in some countries. I'm not exactly sure why. Haven't done the research into it. Just know that I did pay attention the last couple of years of Mays, and like the last 3 Mays in Bitcoin have all been down. So just expect that this redness could hang around for the next month or so. And that's okay. Just gives you more time to buy back in if you want to, or that type of thing. CZ has been handed a 4-month jail sentence. So CZ is the former CEO of Binance. He's been charged by the American government, the SEC, with a heap of stuff which is basically garbage, as far as I can tell, and as far as anyone that I've heard talking about can tell. But he gets to keep his stocks afterwards in the company, so he owns about 90% of the stock. So he's still going, when he gets out after his 4 months, he's going to be worth about, what did they say? It's about 40-something billion still. He's the 38th richest person on the Bloomberg list. So even though he's going to jail for probably something that lots of bankers and that get away with, all that type of thing, because lots of the same type of crimes have got slaps on the wrist, just paid fines, and the fact that Binance paid the biggest fine in history, $4 billion fine, he still ended up going to jail. So that type of thing may have spooked people a bit because, like he was a big sort of personality. The SEC is still set on going after ETH. Not sure how they're going to go. It's certainly not as certain as Bitcoin that it won't happen, but I'm holding out my hope. It's just one of those. The reason we know they're going out after ETH is because one of the crypto companies, one of the ones that likes to fight, has actually sued the SEC. So because they've sued the SEC has openly had to come out and say they are going after ETH. So all of these have happened in such a short period together. This is part of the reason that things are down. Basically, that's not the end of the news. So it's all these bits of news that spooking crypto investors. BlackRock has had no money in ETFs for the last 4 days. So there's been no inflow at all, $0 for the last 4 days. But that comes on the back of 71 days of positive inflows, which is not normal. That is not something that normally happens. So 4 days is normal, but it's not what we're used to, because for the last 71 days there was inflows and now there's not. So that's good. That'll have spooked some people. And the biggest one was there was $140 million in leverage longs, so betting that the market would go higher. $140 million worth of them got liquidated, so they got wrecked, and those people will have lost all that money. So that is usually the biggest thing that makes the Bitcoin go down. Bitcoin goes down, it drags everything else down. And that's perfectly fine. If I had more money, I would just be buying in again. I'd already done that the other day. Should have waited a couple days. That would have been better, but oh well. In the long run, I don't think it's going to matter. So I'm just going to read what I've written on. You'd not believe it. I'll actually show you, because, as I said, this is a Bogan channel. I wrote on a piece of toilet paper that that was. It wasn't actually in the toilet, it was in the kitchen. It was a piece at my friend's house where they must use it to wipe something up in the kitchen if there's a spill, like paper towel. And then the other one was I was sitting in the car and I wrote it on the back of a little card. So I'm sorry I have to squint a bit here. Alright, so the reason that I don't mind this, so this is another 20% drop, right? So we've had 3 or 4 20% drops in Bitcoin now. That's not bad, because if the bull run goes up too fast, that means the bull run will finish faster, because it's been proven over the last 3 cycles that whenever Bitcoin shoots up, or anything shoots, it doesn't matter whatever you're investing in, if it shoots up fast, it generally comes back faster, and your bull market part of it is not as long. Whereas if we have a nice just up and up like that, it lasts a lot longer and is more sustainable, because people won't run out of money and newer people get in. Whereas if it shoots up real fast, drops back real fast, then people go, oh, I missed it, I won't buy in now. That type of thing. Anyway, so this video was more just telling you a bit of the news. Most of it's negative. But if you know why things are happening, you go, well, as they say, these things shall pass. So eventually the SEC will give up on going after things, hopefully. Can't say for certain they will, but, hopefully the American government gets changed, or at some stage they just get rid of Gary Gensler, because he seems to be the main person that drives these things. Dirty Gary, as I like to call him. So, money will start going back into the ETFs at some point. As we said, it's not going to happen the whole time. The Hong Kong ETF, that fires up about now. I know it just fired up, this morning, I think, in Australian time. it was the sixth highest ETF launch in Hong Kong history, just so everyone knows. So that's, that's not too bad at all. The other thing is, there's a bit of news for us Aussies. Supposedly, Australia might be the next. Australia might be going to do a Bitcoin ETF. So that's just what I've heard on the Paul Barron Network, which is a TechPath video. I haven't actually looked into it. I just saw it as the thumbnail. I didn't even have time to listen to it today because I was very busy at work. But anyway, that's all the news for you. I hope that helps keep you calm. Have a great evening. Do something nice for someone else. Crypto Bogan out.